trying to get my coochie stretched and eat a nigga ass. We be eating niggas ass today in London.
If you're black, like me, you've probably seen the term respectability politics. If you spend any time on the internet or in college classes, you've probably seen or heard that term. How is it used? So whenever there's a video of black people outside acting the fool and someone says something about it, someone else comes around along saying, oh, black people need to let go of respectability politics. So that's how it's used. But what does that mean? What does that mean? A quick Google search tells us that respectability politics, or the politics of respectability, is a political strategy wherein members of a marginalized community will consciously abandon controversial aspects of their cultural political identity as a method of assimilating, achieving social mobility, and gaining the respect of the majority culture. Okay. So pretty much you're saying, or respectability politics is changing how you are to fit in with the majority, right? The majority culture, so you would say that's white people. To fit in for white America, change who you are and how you act. It doesn't just go for black people, but that's mainly where, it's used. Because back in the day when life was not how it was today, and black people had to work extra hard just to make shit happen. Harder to get home loans, harder to get bank loans, harder to start businesses, because there's always people that's pushing against you, trying to stop you, right? There's a lot of discrimination, a lot of prejudice. So in order to combat that, black people try their hardest to appear very nice and clean cut and professional, all suited up, a nice suit, to just look good, so they can hopefully try to get the things that they'll get. A lot of times that didn't work. So that's where it comes from. That's the origin. And that I understand. That, right? Why try to fit in, try your hardest to fit in with these people, and if it doesn't change anything anyway, right? Be you. Don't stifle who you are just to fit in. However, my problem is that the logical endpoint of rejecting respectability politics, it's allowing any type of degeneracy to go on, bro. That's what it comes down to, bro. Because every time when I see someone incite the word respectability politics, it's when black people doing some stupid shit, and someone says, "Hey, bro, why these niggas acting like that, bro?" You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, what example? Okay, I remember there was a big example where this dude had a restaurant, and then a bunch of black women was in there, and they was drinking, getting drunk. Okay, cool. But then they started twerking and on the tables, standing on the chairs, and twerking, shaking their ass. And the manager, the owner of the black business, had a problem with that. He was like, yo, y'all tripping. And guess what? The internet tore him up. They tore him up for speaking out and saying, oh, you're just trying to uphold respectability politics. Motherfucker, what? These niggas are on the table. And they're on the table shaking their ass. You know what I'm saying? That's my main problem with this stuff, because it really be the liberal types, or the black people that's just trying to dodge accountability. That's a problem in the black community, a lack of accountability. You feel me? And it's just like, yo, they use the term whenever someone calls out some stupid shit that black people doing, and they say that they're trying to be like the white man. But the thing is that even with white people, if there's a white person outside acting crazy or looking crazy, they're gonna be like, oh, bro, you look crazy. Is that respectability politics, or is it just common sense? You know what I mean? They try to use a term that had a different connotation in previous context that doesn't apply in today's context of today's world. But that's my main problem with it, because like, if you're gonna excuse any type of behavior, then what? Then what? That's my main problem. It's really an emphasis on a lack of accountability. The black rednecks, right? Poor black people, or not even poor blacks, but like people that are super ghetto or super ratchet. A lot of times people that are very ghetto, very ratchet, they're rude, they're nasty, they stink. You know what I'm saying? Just be honest, right? Just be honest. A lot of people that be ratchet and ghetto, them motherfuckers don't give a fuck about anybody, okay? They don't care how they talk to people, they don't care how they treat people, right? So when somebody, of course, someone who wants to go somewhere further in life, right? Let's say if they have their own business, or they want to go get in a certain school, or they just want to be in different areas, that you can't act crazy wherever you go and expect people to just shut up and take it. You know what I'm saying? So of course, some black people's gonna want to distance themselves from motherfuckers that act like they don't got no sense. You act like you ain't got no sense. But if someone were to say that, oh, that's respectability politics, you're trying to shuck and jive and change who you are, you're not being your authentic self. That's why I hate that shit. Be yourself, be your authentic self. It's like, bro, yeah, be yourself. But that doesn't mean be fucking obnoxious. That doesn't mean be obnoxious. But these people, and it really be a lot of liberals, they try to use that as an excuse to be obnoxious. And you just have to take it. You just have to take it and accept it. No, nobody gotta accept that shit. It's not how life works, bruh. It's not how life works. It's a common reoccurring theme of trying to break down social standards and social boundaries. You feel what I'm saying? You see it not just in black people, we see it in a lot of different marginalized groups, you could say, right? Where it's like, you know, just be who you are, come as you are. One of the places I always seen that biggest difference was, let's say, church, right? You go to Haitian church, they make sure you dressed up, looking nice, boom. That's a standard. But if you go to, like, and when I've gone to American churches, the standards for appearance is way lower. I'm not saying that that's a bad thing, but then certain people, they take it a little too far. They start dressing for church as if they dressing to go out to the club or some shit. I've seen that. You know what I mean? Bro, it's just how society works. There's standards for a reason. And I don't support using that to try to discriminate against people or stereotyping, right? Obviously, nah, you know, you don't just judge somebody just based off their skin color, duh, you know, common sense shit. But if you see two black people and one is dressed nice, good, you know what I'm saying, clean clothes, clean hairstyle, you feel me, hair just done, whoop whoop, and compared to ripped up clothes, you know, they look like they ain't groomed themselves, you know what I'm saying, they breath stink, they talking loud and rude, and you know what I'm saying, which one is gonna appeal to you? Which one is your brain gonna point to as the person you want to talk to? The one that looks nice and clean, or the one that looks loud, stinking, dirty? Like, that's just the reality of it. What it comes down to is a lot of these people, they don't want to accept reality. If you're rude and trashy and nasty, people are not going to want to be around you or deal with you. I want y'all to see this.
I'm trying to get my coochie stretched. I'm trying to get my coochie stretched and eat a nigga ass. Eat a nigga ass. We be eating niggas ass today in London. Period, baby. I'm trying to get this coochie stretched.
Yeah, so obviously, very vulgar. You're being vulgar. You're singing vulgar lyrics, and you're outside in front of a bunch of people, and you're talking about you want to get your coochie stretched, you want to eat a nigga ass. So, you know, the obvious response that someone would have when they see that is, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, you know what I'm saying? Chill out, bro. You're out in public. Relax. Act regular. This is what most people would say. Now, look at this tweet. White people have colonized the entire planet, and y'all mad she making white people uncomfortable? Fuck out of here. We aren't slaves anymore. We do not need to act right for white folks. Be your authentic self. That's what your ancestors fought and died for. Our ancestors would look at that shit and be like, yo, why is she acting like that out in public? Like, be for real. Okay? This is what I be talking about. They use respectability politics to try to excuse and dodge accountability for vulgar behavior. It's vulgar. You know what I'm saying? Black people got so many other problems to worry about and think about and try to deal with. And you got people like this trying to excuse bad behavior. That's what it comes down to. And honestly, I feel like shit like this is probably a CIA agent, bro. You got to be a CIA agent sent to infiltrate and destabilize the black community even more. Matter of fact, the black community already destabilized. So probably sent to keep us destabilized, okay? Because, yo, bruh, you're not acting right, bro. Is acting right a remnants of white supremacy? It reminds me of the people that start complaining, saying, "Oh, if being on time is an act of white supremacy." Motherfuckers have said that shit on TikTok. That shit real. People really believe that being on time.
Being on time is white supremacy because what are they always on time to do? Oppress.
Listen, these people are trying to destabilize standards, especially black standards, bro. You're trying to make it seem like black people have no standards. Being your authentic self does not mean have no standards, okay? And it doesn't mean people have to accept this bullshit. If you're being vulgar, you're being weird out loud in public, people are not gonna fuck with you. You wouldn't go singing that song, saying those lyrics in front of your parents, right? You wouldn't go in a school and start, "I need my coochie stretched" in a school. But that's another thing. They had fucking Sexy Red go perform for some high school somewhere. Crazy shit, crazy. And it's like, bro, these people always, it's like white people are always on their brain. Who said act right for white people? Why don't you act right for yourself? Huh? Why don't you act right for black people? Right? Since y'all like to act like black people are monolith, why don't you present yourself as, oh look, see, as you know, not a vulgar fucking Neanderthal, bro. That's shit like that. It really pisses me off, because it's like, bro, what example are you setting? Why is your authentic self someone that's vulgar as fuck, right? And they say all the time you're policing black women. You're trying to police black women. If this is how y'all motherfuckers act, then maybe y'all need to get policed. That's tough. They don't like when we say that shit. But like, that's the thing. One of the things that I hate about it is that this is not how majority of people act, okay? Majority of black women don't act like that. Majority of black men don't act like that. Why are you trying to make it seem like this is how motherfuckers act? This is the only way to be your authentic self, your true self. I hate that shit. I hate it. I really do, bro. Any single time somebody does some bullshit and people call it out, someone else has to come around and Captain Save-A-Hole, whatever, and act like, oh, you shouldn't call out their bad behavior. You can't do that shit. No, bro, no. You see it all the time. Black people coming outside in their pajamas and bonnets, acting like they just left the bed and washed their ass. If you say something about that, oh, you hate black people and you're trying to shuck and jive for white people. There was a black dentist. A black dentist. She had a sign that said no bonnets, no PJs. Okay, cool. That's her business. That's what she want to do. Guess what? Twitter, them people went crazy. They went crazy. Oh, why is she trying to tell people how to dress it? Why is she trying to police black women? That seems very anti-black. So telling people not to come to their business in pajamas is anti-black? Okay, yeah, right. It got so bad to the point where people tried to dox her. People started leaving bad reviews that never even been there. They tried to destroy this woman's business and life because she said something that they didn't like and they wanted to avoid accountability. These are the lengths that some of these motherfuckers will go to when you call them out, bruh. I promise you, it's really crazy. It's really crazy. But yeah, long story short, people use respectability politics as an excuse to excuse weird, vulgar, bad behavior, to dodge accountability and do whatever they feel like they want to do, for better or for worse. That's what it comes down to. And if you call it out, something that everyone can agree, or most people can agree is something that's not good, they will come to get you. and blame it on white people somehow. Because it's all white people's fault. Jesus Christ. But I'm like, bro, you know, you want to go outside acting like a clown, go ahead, do you. But don't be surprised when people don't fuck with it. Just like I said in the beginning, the logical endpoint of shit like this is just for everybody to go outside acting crazy, acting degenerate. Hey man, that was a video. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. If you agree, if you disagree, shit, let me know. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.